In 1892, a gang of vigilante ghost hunters took it upon themselves to track down a spook which had been sighted in Pencoedtre. They camped outside what they believed to be the haunted house, but instead of catching the spectre, they brutally attacked an innocent woman. The perpetrators were James Moist, along with husband and wife Alfred and Rosina Palmer. They were charged with assaulting Mary Ann Carroll shortly after midnight. The court hearing recorded the account of the events. Mrs. Carroll left home in order to go meet a woman who managed to shop for her at Holton Road. While going along the road towards Cadoxton, she met a crowd of about 9 men and boys. There was also a woman amongst them. Alfred Palmer came up to her and held up his hand and said, "Stand back, you ghost." He and his wife then struck her, after which Moist beat her badly and blinded and choked her with blood. He also threatened to blow her brains out. Evidence was given, and Timothy Mahoney, who had been part of the gang, attempted to defend the trio by explaining that, having seen in the Barrydock News that there was a ghost at Pencoedtre, we went to watch the place, which it was said was haunted. They saw Mary Ann Carroll come across a field and get over the hedge. Alfred Palmer went on to meet her and held up his hand and said, "Stop, ghost, stop." Mrs. Palmer then smacked Mrs. Carroll in the face, when the latter picked up stones and then threw them at the crowd. Moist consequently struck Mrs. Carroll 1 blow in the face, but there were no further blows given. The bench refused to grant an adjournment, and the defendants were fined 40 shillings each and costs, or 14 days imprisonment with hard labour.
So we're currently on location in Pencoedtre. How do you feel, having heard the story now and being in the place where the incident took, where it happened?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Nothing at the moment.
No?
No.
Picking up any energies?
Although, no, not energies, but I do feel a bit funny because of the story. Anyway.
It's quite. It is a nasty story, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It reminds me of, the Salem witch trials where hysteria takes over.
Yeah. And they used to drown people, didn't they? They thought they were a witch. They drown them, and if they drowned...
But can you imagine, though, you open up the back...
I got that the right way round.
If they floated?
Yeah.
They died forever, didn't they?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But you imagine now, opening up the Barring District News and reading that there's a ghost around town, and you set off, to go and find this ghost, and then some poor old dear comes out of our house.
Yeah, and she gets mutilated.
Yeah. It's a scary story.
That's Barry for you.
If you know of any haunteds connected to this story, let us know. But at the moment, we don't feel anything.
No, not here.
No,
We
it's
might
quite
not
peaceful.
be.
I live quite close to here, so
Yeah.
So on to our next spooky location. Have we got you in camera there, Gemmy? Yes, we have.
Yeah.
On to the next spooky location, which is
The castle.
now I know this one.
Oh.
Let's
And
go.
of course, that's different now as well, isn't it? It's not
You
what
ready?
it was. I'm ready.
We're off.